Here is the latest from K2 Radio News.
2 juvenile males have been placed in custody for actions related to the death of another juvenile male on April 7th. That's yesterday at Eastridge Mall in Casper. Other individuals who may be involved in the case have been identified and questioned by law enforcement, and further action may be forthcoming. At this time, there is no known threat to the public. Due to the ages of those involved, the amount of information is limited. The Casper Police Department says that acting on behalf of those involved, there has been widely decimated social media postings, and there have been threats made towards members of the community. They are currently being investigated by the Casper Police as well. Out of an abundance of caution, the PD will have an increased presence at Casper area schools today. There's no known threat at this time to any school students, faculty, or staff. Over the weekend, we published a story on a Casper woman who took a giant leap of faith on an abandoned building to create a mental health hub. Less than a year ago, most of us would have taken one look at the building on 701 Antler Drive and ran for our lives. Once an oil and gas building, the 80s relic was hidden behind overgrowth. It's been abandoned for 15 years, and it was taken over by raccoons and pigeons. It was once owned by Serge Delia, a co-founder for the sneakers brand Vans. If you'd walked through the doors in 1979, you would have been confronted with a giant rug hanging on the wall. It's currently rolled up and waiting to go to a business on Rodeo Drive for resale. When the new owners peeled it off the walls, they discovered a number on the back from the original commissioner, Edward Fields, a New York company known for their luxurious designs. In today's dollars, the rug would have cost $200,000. But today, when you step into the building, it's a breath of fresh paint, marble tables, and black leather chairs. Light streams in from all angles, and the back of the building boasts an insanely gorgeous view of Casper Mountain. Local resident Christy Thole says it's exactly what she envisioned when she poked her head inside the decaying building for the first time. She and her husband Corey and several of their friends have been busy bringing it back to life. Best friend Heather Hintz has played a significant role in making this happen, too. Christy says she couldn't have done it without her. Hintz will be the business manager of the Mental Health Hub. They both hope that this building can be a place for practitioners to support one another. Mental health professionals spend so much time working one-on-one with people, focused on others for many hours, and sometimes experiencing secondhand trauma and burnout. It's a tough job, but an important one, especially in Wyoming, a state with notoriously high suicide rates and limited mental health resources. Christy wants to help grow the medical professional community by creating spaces within the hub for students to train, in turn providing free care for those in need. She calls it the beauty school approach. Once the students finish their provisional hours, pass an exam, and apply for a full license, they're finally allowed to operate independently without a supervisor. The remodel is not totally finished, but they currently have 9 practitioners in the building. There are 23 suites total. As we chat, it is definitely a cool space. They've done a lot of work, and you should check it out over at 701 Antler Drive. Average gas prices in Wyoming have risen 4 cents a gallon in the last week, averaging $3.29 today. You can find the cheapest gas in Casper at Ridley's Family Market on Wyoming Boulevard or the Exxons on 400 Valley Drive or 1968 Yellowstone Highway. Our Sources petroleum analyst with Gas Buddy says that after a brief break, gas prices have leapt back up, driven by extensive refinery maintenance on the West Coast, where prices have increased notably. Only a handful of states have seen prices decline over the last week, with oil prices rising to nearly $87 a barrel last week, their highest since October. We're not only facing the seasonal factors that push prices up, refinery maintenance, the switch to summer gas, and rising demand, but also escalating crude oil prices as production cuts continue to cause declining global oil inventories, with escalations between Iran and Israel adding to concerns of further destabilization.